You're listening to the Public Health Entrepreneurs Podcast with your host, Dr. Charlotte Huntley. Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this episode. On this podcast, we explore topics of interest at the intersection of public health and entrepreneurship. And this is for all sorts of public health professionals who find themselves on this journey. My name is Dr. Charlotte Huntley, and I'm really excited that you've decided to join me on this episode. I'm a public health entrepreneur with over 25 years of experience in healthcare and in public health, and I've supported many entrepreneurs along the way. This episode, I'm asking you a question, and I'm going to ask you to respond back to me, and I'll provide a link for you to easily do that. Let me explain. Right now, at the time that this episode is being released, which will be very beginning of November, about a month later, we will be hosting a strategic planning meeting or a training session, like a workshop, for all of the members of our Mastermind Group Program. Now, this is exciting especially for those that are going to be coming on new, because enrollment will be open for this next period. They'll have an opportunity to enroll and then attend that strategic planning session live, where we work together. I actually guide you through setting up your goals and a plan for 2025 to reach those goals. And we set that up at the end of this year so that we can move into the new year with a plan. Like, we hit the ground running in the new year. I get really excited about that. I've done this myself for years in my business, and then I've been sharing this with all the people that I coach and mentor. So we're doing this as a group. So my question is, I'm wondering how many of you who are not in the Mastermind Group Program would be interested in attending a training or a workshop, whichever you want to refer to it as a training or workshop. I like workshop. But how many of you would be interested in attending a workshop where you're able to work with me? And we usually set aside about a 90-minute session with a small group to see and go through setting up the planning for your next year. Maybe you're earlier in the business development, you're not quite ready for the Mastermind Group Program, but you're really trying to get your business structured and you have plans and goals for the next year, and you could use some guidance on being able to create that. Or maybe you are more established, but you've just decided for whatever reason that the Mastermind Group Program is not a fit for you, but you would enjoy being able to go through a strategic planning session like that. If it sounds interesting to you, I'd like for you to let us know. Depending on how many people respond will determine if we either bring people into the session or create a separate one for those who are not Mastermind Group members. So all you need to do is, in the description of this episode, look for a link that you can complete. It's going to be a short intake form, like a short survey. Give us some basic information, answer a few questions, and that will let us know whether or not this is something that we will plan and organize for the group of you who would like to participate and benefit from a session like that, a strategy session like that with me. And like I said, it'd be about 90 minutes. We would need to create the time and all of that. As I'm thinking about it and sharing it with you now, I do think it would be best to have it as a separate group, because all of the members that are in the Mastermind Group membership program, the current members and the new members coming in, will be using that time for brief introductions and to start that bonding process. So if you've decided not to be a part of that group, or if you're not quite ready for that group yet, maybe you're a little newer in your business, you may have some questions that I can help provide a little bit of feedback for you. You may feel a little lost in that group with the members, whereas if we did a separate group, it may be a better fit. So as I'm thinking about it and sharing with you now, I think it would be a separate workshop that we would plan and create. So depending on how many people respond will determine whether or not we do that. But I thought I would at least share it with a podcast audience and give you the opportunity to let me know if that's something that you like to do. All right. This episode is devoted to you. I wanted to be able to share that with you. So check the description for this episode and you'll find the link, complete that form, and then we'll get back to you. We'll let you know either way if we decide to do it or not. And just in case you are listening now and you're thinking, wait a minute, is it time for the Mastermind Group Program? I didn't know that enrollment was opening. I don't want to miss that. Maybe you've been listening in and out and you really are interested. There is time if you happen to be listening at the time that this is released in the beginning of November. We Would love to have you submit an application if you are interested in the Mastermind Group Program. Enrollment will open right at the very beginning of December. If that's the case, then you'll be able to participate in that strategic planning meeting with the new members and all the wonderful benefits of our Mastermind Group Program as well. So 2 options for you. We'll put links for both in the description in case, like I said, you were interested in the Mastermind Group Program but lost track of time. But if that is not a fit for you right now, but you're also interested in strategic planning, you'll have one of 2 options. And please give us the feedback and let us know how we can support you. All right, that's it for now. I will see you on the next episode. Until next time, have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for listening. Visit publichealthentrepreneurs.com to learn more.